City Manager.
Yes, Mayor, just real quick, in follow-up to your comment about, well, let me do my Hyperion update. First item is, in fact, the position that they have been working with us on. They are at a point now, finally, where they are getting ready to fly the brochure for the actual position, and we'll see how many candidates they get. We were involved with helping write the job description, along with a couple different environmental firms that assisted on that, but the flyer is being currently sent out. AQMD the past 2 weeks have responded to approximately 50 odor complaints, but again, did not confirm any met the public nuisance violation level. So the odor complaints are still coming in. The good news is that they're reporting to us that 100% of the 58 conditions issued in AQMD's odor mitigation abatement order have been completed. So they've completed all of those abatement orders. These are the requirements issued by AQMD in both September and January of this year, of last year, to resolve the odor nuisance, and they have met the criteria that AQMD has set out for. In addition, and I think there were some complaints that came over the emails, June 27th and 28th, that the fence line monitoring was down and it was showing crazy levels. The feedback we got from Hyperion was that there was a planned maintenance of the monitoring stations on those particular days. So that's what they're attributing to the numbers that were. Basically, they said those numbers were not accurate, obviously, because of the maintenance.
Was that routine maintenance, or was that something happened with the air monitor?
No, I think it was routine maintenance. Both?
It was both. They had some difficulty with their monitoring system, so it was partially maintenance, but it was a little more intensive than a regular maintenance.
They did send an email out about that.
Yeah.
Right. Can I add? I just got a text, just one more item,
Sure.
if you don't mind. Mayor, on the last city council meeting, you asked me to look into the scrubbers, and I finally got some responses from Hyperion. So the current system that they have for the scrubbers is called primary chemical scrubbers, which is a chemical scrubber which follows by carbon activated polisher. This is the one that does not work very well. So I checked with them, and they indicated to me that they are proposing a new system. It's called primary bio-trickling filters. It's a fancy word. Primary bio-trickling filters costs $47 million.
That's on top of the $45 million of capital improvements they said they've done in the last
Right.
3 years.
Correct. So this is $47 million. They are looking at that. I think they just finished the feasibility study. They are trying to hire a consulting firm to design this. And if all goes well, it'll be installed by end of year 2028. So just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. I think that it was, if I remember correctly, there were concerns from constituents that it smelled like chemicals, and that's what and then is it coming from
Yes.
the scrubber or not? So did you ascertain whether or not?
Right.
What the source is, or?
Well, the type of scrubbers that they have, it doesn't work very well. Once the filter is saturated, the amount of smell is a lot more than the regular smell, and it adds a chemical smell to it. So they decided to totally get rid of this and replace it with a new system, which is $47 million.
Okay, but so until 2028, we're stuck with the existing. So you're saying once the filters get saturated, then a chemical smell is more likely to?
Yes. So my communication with them is going to be, do you have enough of those filters on the site, so when it reaches to that level of saturation, can you readily replace it with a new filter?
See,
And that's what I'm trying to.
This is what I'm
yeah.
talking about, where
Yeah.
we wouldn't, it would be, if we had the right expert, they'd be like, this is exactly what you need to do to fix this, because I've already done this at a plant before. I don't need a guest.
Right.
I don't need to bring in any outside experience. I already know what to do.
Right. Right.
I think that's the frustration is we're trying to devise a plan for them because we don't have confidence that they even know what to do.
Yeah.
That's what's frustrating
Actually,
about the situation.
each plant needs to have what we call a preventive maintenance program. So they look at every aspect of the plant, and they look at the vulnerability of every aspect of the plant to see if something is to go wrong, what would that be? And have if you would stay ahead of the curve so they don't wait for something to break down. And that's what we've been trying to preach and push.
Thank you, sir.